Inclusive global teams are a cornerstone of success in today's interconnected world. Organizations that build diverse international teams not only outperform their competitors, but also foster innovation and respond better to the needs of a global customer base. However, achieving this diversity requires more than simply hiring people from different countries. It calls for intentional strategies, cultural sensitivity, and consistent support. David Howe, a lawyer and innovator with international business experience, outlines key steps to building inclusive global teams, from overcoming communication challenges to fostering a true sense of belonging. According to Howe, diversity is powerful, but without inclusion, it can backfire. Inclusion is the bridge that makes diversity work. The value of diversity in global teams. Diversity means more than visible differences. It includes varied perspectives, experiences, and problem-solving approaches. When teams are composed of individuals from different backgrounds, they are more likely to generate creative ideas and innovative solutions. These teams are also better equipped to understand global markets and customer behaviors. Research consistently shows that companies with higher diversity perform better financially and are more adaptable to change. But Howe stresses that diversity doesn't automatically bring results. Without thoughtful management, diverse teams can face tension or misalignment. Leaders must actively guide and support inclusive environments. Creating a culture of inclusion transforms a group of individuals into a cohesive team. It ensures that every member feels respected, valued, and able to contribute meaningfully. This starts with leadership. Leaders who model inclusive behaviors set a tone that ripples through the entire organization. Onboarding is also critical. Welcoming new hires with resources tailored to their cultural background and language preferences, providing mentorship, and offering a clear introduction to company values help ensure a smooth transition. An inclusive culture isn't accidental, it's designed. Communication across cultures. One of the biggest challenges global teams face is communication. Language barriers, idiomatic phrases, and differing interpretations can lead to misunderstandings. To reduce these risks, businesses should adopt clear communication standards, avoiding slang, using visuals when possible, and confirming mutual understanding. Cultural awareness training also helps. Some cultures value direct communication, while others prefer a more indirect approach. Knowing how to interpret tone, body language, or silence can prevent tension and foster trust. Working across time zones. Global teams often span multiple time zones, making real-time collaboration difficult. To maintain fairness and inclusion, rotate meeting times so no group consistently bears the burden. Use shared calendars, plan well in advance, and rely on asynchronous communication such as email, shared docs, or recorded updates to ensure productivity. Tools like Slack or project management platforms help people stay aligned, regardless of their work hours, Howe explains. But we must balance tech with empathy. Respecting people's availability and preferences matters. Building trust remotely. Trust is essential, especially when teams don't meet in person. Leaders should schedule regular check-ins and encourage casual interactions. Sharing personal experiences or cultural traditions helps humanize remote coworkers and deepens relationships. Transparency in leadership builds further trust. When employees understand their roles and how their work connects to larger goals, they feel more secure and motivated. Tackling bias and stereotypes. Unconscious bias can undermine inclusivity. Even well-meaning teams may harbor assumptions based on accents, appearance, or cultural norms. Organizations must address this with training programs and open conversations. Feedback should be welcomed and mistakes handled with humility. Leaders must also ensure fairness in opportunities, monitoring evaluations, promotions, and workloads to avoid favoritism or exclusion. Howe says, small signals, like interrupting someone less often or inviting quieter voices, can have a big impact on team morale. Fostering belonging in a global team. Belonging is the emotional glue that holds inclusive teams together. It goes beyond inclusion to ensure people feel accepted for who they are. Celebrating cultural holidays, encouraging team members to share traditions, and acknowledging personal milestones reinforce a shared identity. Virtual spaces can replicate in-office bonds. Informal chat channels, virtual coffee breaks, or team celebrations build camaraderie and reduce isolation. Technology as an enabler. Tech platforms like Zoom, Slack, Trello, or Microsoft Teams are vital for global teams, but only when used inclusively. Organizations must consider bandwidth limitation, offer training, and collect feedback on tool effectiveness. Tech is only empowering if everyone can use it, says Howe. We must meet people where they are. Building inclusive global teams is not a one-time effort. It's a continuous journey. It requires leadership, empathy, awareness, and smart use of technology. When done right, global teams become more than just diverse. They become powerful engines of innovation and growth, shaping the future of business in a connected world.